Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, May 6th. Happy Friday, everybody. It's 6:20 right now. So market's going to open in about 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and set up the room real quick, then we can get started with our session for this morning. All right, looks good. All right, a few more things here to set up, and then I think we should be good to go. All right, solid. All right, looks good. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right. Looks good, guys. All right. Give it a few minutes for people to make their way in. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and mark up the liquidity here on the 1 minute as people join in. All right, guys. Good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, May 6th. Happy Friday, everybody. It's 6:22 right now. So market's going to open in about 8 minutes. As you guys can see here, I'm trying to mark up the liquidity, but I mean, all the liquidity has already been hit during NFP. So there's not really much liquidity here to draw. So I guess that's about it for right now. I mean, I don't really see anything else here. Let me go over here to the clean chart and I'll do the same thing. I'll also mark up the, news price as well. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, there's like no liquidity here because everything's already been hit about an hour ago before the NFP was released. So let me go ahead and just pull this back a little bit. All right, looks good right here. So let's see who's here. Hey, Alexander, morning. Look, I haven't seen you in a while. So morning, Alexander, morning, Solo, morning, Peter, morning, Surin, morning, Marco, morning, Kenny, morning, Christian, morning, Funmi, morning, Rami, morning, Mark, morning, Ruin, morning, Andreas, morning, Patricia, morning, Miles, morning, everybody. All right, guys, so people are still making their way in. Morning, Maria. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the news real quick. I know there's NFP today. Obviously, you guys, I mean, everybody knows that. So with the news this morning, we had news at 5:30, 6:15. So Fed member Williams is speaking right now. So red flag for us. So basically 5:30 and 6:15, that's about it. Let me go ahead and mark that up on the chart over here. So we got 5:30, which is right here. This is going to be the NFP price. And then we have Fed member Williams speaking here at 6:15. All right, so if you guys look closely, price is like in a highly manipulated area. It's right next to the sessions, right next to the news price, etc. I mean, other than that, there's no other news for today. So let me go ahead and just mark that up over here on the clean chart as well. We had news here at 5:30, which is NFP. You guys can see the big spike right there, right? Huge spike to the upside off NFP, this huge green candle, and then swing right back down. So, I mean, it's basically corrected back down already. We'll see where the, continued direction goes, but we'll just have to, be a bit careful. You can see price right here is actually rejecting right off the news price, the pink line right there, and we'll see where it goes from this point. Yeah, let's see who else is here. Morning, Cliff or Kip. Sorry, you said your full name there. I was like Clifton. Who's Cliff? It's Kip. Morning, Mauricio. Morning, Fahad. Morning, Vince. Morning, David. Morning, Angela. Morning, Craig. Morning, Marlon. Morning, Al. Morning, Lisa. Happy Friday, Lisa, as well. And yeah, I think people are still joining. So it's 6:26 right now. Market's going to open in about 4 minutes. We pretty much identified all of the liquidity that is currently available. I guess there's one more right here, but it's probably going to get broken soon. But yeah, other than that, this is pretty much all of liquidity on the chart currently. Got it, Kev. Yeah. But for the most part, yeah, this is the news price, this pink line, this is all liquidity on the chart. We'll take a look at the overall bias real quick before market open. So overall bias right now is bearish. Reason for it being bearish is that there are 68% of retail traders who are long right now. So, obviously you want to trade the opposite of everybody else. So looking over here at IG sentiment, we're probably going to be looking for some sells. Looking over here at the fundamentals for right now, it's down 166 points. So overall bias is definitely looking like a sell right now. Also going over here to the technicals, it is also bearish as well due to the fact that the trend meter is red and price is slightly below the pivots. So, looking at all of the indications right here, we're probably going to be looking for sells today. However, you guys always have to keep in mind that it is NFP. Like, you guys cannot forget that it's NFP. So just because we have an overall bearish doesn't mean that we can't get a spike to the upside before it ends up coming down, right? Because the thing with the news this morning was that the NFP news was negative. Well, it was okay. So the actual NFP employment change was positive because they were predicting it to be a lot lower. It wasn't really that low, but the average hourly earnings have went down and unemployment rate has went up. So there is a bit of a back and forth. There's no clear, both are bullish or both are bearish. It's kind of a back and forth between the news this morning. So part of the news was positive, part of the news was negative. So with that said, when the market does open, I wouldn't be surprised if price spikes to the upside initially, right? A manipulated push to the upside. And then once they lure in some buyers, because the thing is, a lot of people are going to trade based off the news when the market opens, and they're going to say, okay, this was positive, so price has to go up, right? Because it wasn't as bad as they expected. With that case, people will push up initially, and then after that, the bigger institutions and market makers will just push price right back down because it's supposed to be lower. It already came down. You can see this pink line right here was NFP, so it pushed up already. But this is going to be the second wave of NFP traders who are trading on the New York Stock Exchange open. So just keep that in mind, guys. I'm probably not going to take the breakout today. If we have a sell breakout and it looks really good, then maybe I'll take it. But for the most part, I'm going to be, conservative because NFP is one of the riskiest days of the month, if not the riskiest day of the month. NFP happens once a month. This is like one of the biggest news events that really affects the market. So just, keep that in mind. Morning, Nick. Awesome. Yeah, just play around with that for now, Nick. Since it's NFP, you don't want to make any mistakes on your first day back on the account. Hey, Stephen, morning. Kip said Canada's employment change was abysmal, small but real effect on New York. Yeah, no, definitely. And that affected the market as well, just as Kip mentioned. And that was about the same time as our NFP. So, all right, guys, market's going to open in about 10 seconds. When the market opens in 10 seconds, we're probably going to be looking for a sell off the breakout. However, I'm going to be very, very cautious if I'm going to take this trade, especially if the candle's pretty huge, because as we discussed, it is NFP. So the market is now open. This is going to be the opening candle. If this candle closes as a strong red candle, then this will be the breakout. However, as I mentioned, you want to be very careful about taking these entries here. Hey, Matt, morning. All right, so it's kind of doing what we anticipated, right? I mentioned that when the market opens, it's probably going to push up because the NFP news was positive. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to stay up there. It can come right back down because the overall bias here is bearish. And thanks, Dee, for letting us know. Dee just confirmed that the New York low is like right below here. So we're not too far from it. All right, we have 10 seconds left on this candle. We need this candle to close as a strong red bearish candle in order for us to have the breakout right here. And it didn't. There was a bit of a gap right here, it looks like, but no strong red candle here for this. I guess we'd consider this the opening candle. I'll draw a line right there for opening price. Color that blue. And there we go with the manipulated push to the upside. So I don't recommend anyone chase the chase to the upside. It's 6:31 right now. Market just opened, so we'll probably get a push to the upside a little bit, and it'll come right back down. But yeah, my overall bias here is going to be a sell. Looking over here at I hate when this thing comes up. Can't refresh that. So looking at the retail sentiment, it's still bearish, 68% long. Looking at the fundamentals are down 187 points. Looking over here at the heat map is very red. So I mean, it's basically completely red. So let's keep that in mind. We're still looking for that strong red candle. Here's the problem. If we get a strong red candle here, it can bounce off the opening price because you have the opening price right here. So you definitely want to be careful. It's yeah, but if anything, maybe I'll take it for a small like speculative push, maybe not the full breakout, but you know, as I mentioned, it's going to be like right at the opening price. So we'll see where this closes. And then we can see if we want to take this or not here for a small little push or not. Okay, so it's not a, it's a bit indecisive. I mean, it's kind of looks like a strong red candle, but it's the problem here is that it's right at these sessions. So you want to be a bit careful. If you guys are taking this, this is the breakout. If you guys are taking this, I do recommend moving your stop loss and profit, like when you're able to, or if you want to take it for a small little push, then you know, that's fine as well. Just want to be kind of smart about the move here because it's right at opening price. Right over here. I think I'm going to take it for a quick, and I did. So that was quick. I took it for a little push, guys, just a little 100 pips. You know, obviously I wanted to take it for a bigger move. I waited for it to close above. I took it for a quick little 100 pips. I made TP right there. So I made 1,290 off that trade. Again, this is a risky trade for one reason. It is NFP. For two, it is right at opening price. So that's why I only took it for 100 pips. You know, if I take it for the full move, then I need everything to line up. But the reason I took it for a sell was because everything lined up, right? The main thing that I was looking for was the overall bias. Retail sentiment was bearish. Fundamentals were very bearish. Technicals were bearish. Everything else lined up. This was a strong red candle in the direction of momentum. So everything here kind of lined up. Hopefully, if you guys did take it, you guys listened and you guys moved your stop loss and profit, because you guys can see right here that this is a bit of a risky move due to the fact that it's at the opening price. You know, if I go ahead and put my red flags over here, it's the same thing that I've been telling you guys, you know, when to avoid trades. But this is just like a guideline. So whenever it's near sessions, I for sure would avoid trades near opening price. It was near opening price, but it kind of went below it. And we had a feeling it was going to come down anyways. And news price. So big candle, sessions, opening price, news price is when I would try to avoid trades as possible. But for this breakout here, typically there's a back and forth movement around, and there you go, full TP. So full TP off the breakout. So Steven, I know you're here. I'm not sure if you took the trade or not, but I know a lot of people are trying to do them horns. Steven over there, thanks. Steven, did you hit your profit? See, Steven said, thanks. Oh, nice. Okay, I missed your messages. Steven said, phase one passed. So nice work, Steven. Steven just passed his challenge. He had a perfect record for his, now let me check my pull up over here. Perfect record for his. Oh, that's not yours. Or I think your metrics changed, Steven. I was trying to pull up your metrics. Sorry. I don't know if you have any metrics, but I clicked on your link there and it didn't work. But here's Steven. He had a perfect challenge right here. No losses. Every day he locked in 1,107. Every day he locked in $1,000 basically. So guys, if Steven could have a perfect challenge with no losses, $1,000 a day profit, what's saying you guys can't, right? So just Steven is like he is like an inspiration to a lot of people here, because if you guys have been part of K2 for a while, you guys know Steven, and a lot of you guys thought he was a troll for a minute, but he really wasn't. He was just trying to learn. So great work, Steven. Other than that, I think we're good. So amazing work there, Steven. He locked in a total of 1,107. And here is his challenge. He is all done. And Steven did not take the breakout yesterday. So Steven, follow directions. Let me give you guys a little update here with that trade. So here's the confirmation that the breakout's out. I'm just going to put this up here so that you guys can pull out of it if you guys are still in it. And a lot of you guys try to get greedy and hold on to it for longer than allotted, but you guys definitely should pull out. So I'm going to take a screenshot of my profits here as well. And just an FYI, guys, I'm not using my my TFF anymore. Last night I kind of just let it run, and I was going to say the craziest thing happened, but it's not really that crazy because this BS happens all the time. So what happened with my funded account was, as soon as I entered the trade, the spread and slippage was so wide that I immediately just blew it on the first trade. So yeah, that's the heads up there regarding the TFF. So let me see this right here. There's my other account. So my TFF literally, as soon as I entered the trade, it just it went into the max drawdown, which is total crap, but it's all good. Here, I can't take a screenshot of all my stuff right now because I forgot I have to let me take a screenshot of this, show you guys all of my accounts. I forgot I have to reinstall MT4 on my phone, or I had to reinstall it, so I have to re-log into my accounts again. But anyways, here are my profits for that trade right there so far for that breakout. Here's my main account, made 1,257. Some slippage off my second account here, my second FTMO, where I locked in 957, which is okay, it happens. MFF over here, locked in 1,200. My other MFF, 1,200. And my third MFF, I just like started another MFF. I'm not going to use TFF anymore. So I have a third MFF right now. I want to max it out to 600K funded. So I made another 1,200 off this right here. It's no longer a TFF. My TFF is done, but it's whatever. It's all good. Anyways, we're back to the charts over here, and I'm going to keep looking for any possible entries. So there's just nothing for us to take at the moment. Nothing off the 1 minute. If you guys took the breakout, hopefully you guys are pulling out of it. Now, let me pull up everyone else's profits. So it looks like almost everyone here took the breakout. Scrolling down real quick. Or here, Lisa over here is pre-market. Let me see if it loads up. I'll come back to your profits right there, Lisa. Oh, there we go. So Lisa locked in 2,231 pre-market. I'll save that right here. Down here, we've got Dre over here locked in a total of 235. Nice work, Dre. We have Kenny over here locked in a total of 3,200. Nice work, Kenny. Kenny again over here, 3,200. I think it's the same one that she posted, right? Yeah, so it looks good right there. Orain over here locked in a total of 744. Nice work, Patrick. Matthew over here locked in a total of 1,160. All wins, no losses. And nice. Looks like Matthew over here let that run a full TP. So you can see the green strip right there. I think that's the best feeling, guys. If you guys look at your trades and you see the green strip there, you're like, yeah, I might let that hit full TP because you really trusted the trade. Harry over here locked in a total of 1,590. Nice work, Harry. Craig over here locked in a total of 604. Nice. Craig's first day doing NFP with us. Rami over here. Again, Rami led a couple trades here, hit TP, locked in a total of 248. Nice work, Rami. He said he needed 200 to pass his challenge, so he went safe, hence the lot size, but he passed his FTMO. So big congrats to Craig over here as well. So we have Craig and we have Steven, 2 members of K2 who passed their FTMO today for NFP, right? One of the riskiest days, and they passed their NFP. So, you know, it just goes to show if you guys trust the strategies and you guys know what you're doing, there should be no problem with you guys passing your challenges with little to no stress. Mark over here, you can see his green strip hit his full TP, locking a total of 397, basically a 400 there. So great work, Marco. Milzon over here, I took a couple accidental, looks like his stop loss was moved in profit, and then his last trade over here let it run to full TP. So full profit off that breakout, 1,101. Took a smaller lot, but he reached his goal. So 1,000 for the day reached. So nice work, Milzon. And kind of excited for Milzon over here to be a full-time trader, finish up that teaching life. So Vincent over here as well. Vincent locked in a total of 844. Nice work, Vincent. Eunice over here locked in a total of 404. Nice work, Eunice. Took a partial profit off the breakout, and then a second account locked in 66 right here. Nice work, Eunice. So great work across both of your accounts right there. Joshua over here locking a total of 153. Nice work, Joshua. His second account over here locked in 327. All right, guys, solid work. Oh, nice. Big congrats to Alexander over here. So Alexander said, hi, Sean. I became a dad on Monday, so big congrats to you. Our member here, Alexander, he traded from the hospital. So he traded from the hospital and he's still locked in a lot of profit, guys, right here. He has a straight wins for the past week or so. So amazing work right there, Alexander. Keep up the good work, and big congrats to you on being a dad. I'll probably see you walking around with your baby cart at some point. So definitely, Alexander, congrats to you, and hopefully you pass your challenge soon. Other than that, Patricia over here as well, locked in a total of 3,590. Nice work, Patricia. Other than that, I think that's about it for right now. I do see your message right here, Kurt, so I haven't opened it yet, but I will take a look at that later. Other than that, Professor over here, he said 5,200 today. I just erased yesterday's breakout loss, so great work right here. Professor, you let your full TP hit, and you locked in a total of 5,200 for the day. So great work right there. Professor again, 5,200, and then JJ over here, he missed his breakout, but he locked in pretty heavy profit for the week, 25K. No, it's not too bad, not too shabby at all. All right, guys. Yeah, I know, Maddie. I know. Maddie said 68. I know. Yeah, 100%. Maddie said 66% short. A lot of people got stopped out. So let's see where this is at right now. Yeah, it looks like a lot of people just got, whoever was on the long side got stopped out, because this was higher, wasn't it, like 68% or something like that? So whoever was on the long side just pretty much got burnt right here off this this waterfall. So nothing off the 1 minute, guys. I'm still looking for trades. There's just nothing for us to take at the moment. If we have a little bit of time right here, I'm going to go ahead and log into all of my MT4 accounts on my phone so that I can take a screenshot of my profits as well. Looks like right now there isn't anything for us to take or look at the moment. Craig said high-low scalp. So no high-low scalp off this right here, because the candle needs to actually close below. So this candle right here needed to actually close below this line. It didn't. And also, I don't think 5 candles have passed. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. There needs to be 5 candles after the low. So looking over here at the requirements for the high-low scalp, requirement number 1's met because overall bias is a sell. You need to establish the high-low. You need 5 candles after the low. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no 5th candle, so it didn't fit right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just turn that off. So no high-low at the moment. Let me just scroll up real quick, see if I missed anything else. Oriented, see you folks next week. Definitely oriented. Have a great weekend. We'll see you then. If you want to scroll up real quick, see if I missed anything. Nice. Yeah, Kurt said IG says most people are long. Dow's down on CNBC. I'm in for a short. Smart move, Kurt. Perfect use of the concept right there. Kip said so much profit available off the K2 published strategies, breakout 500 plus pips, V3 at 1,770 pips, 10-minute snipe 500 pips, 10-minute snipe 500 pips, 1-minute pivot scalp 100 pips, 3-minute pivot scalp 250 pips down. So Kip just kind of like locked down all the entries that came up just like not too long ago off open right here. And there was a ton of profit that you guys could have made applying any of the strategies. There was a pivot scalp here, just like Kip said. There's another pivot scalp right here. There was another pivot scalp right here. There was a V3 right here, huge V3 if you guys saw it. Right there. Yeah, about 1,730 pips. So huge V3 right there, full TP. You know, you could have even doubled up on that. And then the breakout. So on this opening candle right here, or around the opening candle, there were about like 6 entries you could have taken. So if you didn't want to take the breakout, you could have taken the 3-minute pivot scalp. If you didn't want to take this, you could have taken the 5-minute pivot scalp. If you didn't want to take this, you could have taken the V3 here. If you didn't want to take this, you could have taken 2 snipes. So, and there's no excuse, guys, for you guys not to lock in profit off that, you know, within the last 10 minutes or so, because there's so many entries that are available. If you don't like to scalp, there was like 4 entries on the 10-minute that which you could have taken. So other than that, guys, great work. Let me just scroll up real quick, see if there's anything that I'm missing. Yeah, Patricia said TFF is going under. I'm telling you, funny talent all over again. I agree, 100%. So other than that, oh, nice. So Jesus said, hit my goal and pass my FTMO challenge. Great job, Steven. So we got, we have a lot of people here who passed their challenge. We have Jesus, Steven, and I'm trying to figure out who else. There's another person here, and Remy. So 3 people here in K2 who passed their challenge just now. So great work, guys. Here's some profits from Nick. Yeah, Nick, all wins right here. And right here too, 10,000 profit for the day. Yeah, amazing. And why couldn't this be on your funded account, right, Nick? It's all good. You just got to keep it consistent. Vincent over here as well, currently at 1,722. Nice work, Vincent. Jenny said, forgot to add a 0 to my stop loss and TV Dom on these first 2 trades. So full TP off those first 2 trades, locked in a total of nearly 2,000 for the day. Great work, Jenny. You guys are all on fire today. I'm glad to see a lot of you guys here locking in massive profits off of that breakout and, you know, any other analysis that I provided for you guys this morning. So 3 people passed their FT1 today: Jesus, Rami, and Steven. Nice. Nick said he took both. So full TP for 2,000 each. Nice. Ruin said hit for enough. Thanks, Sean. Going golfing. Definitely, Ruin. We'll see you on Monday. All right, guys. So I think that's it for the questions right now. Let me just scroll over here real quick. Looks like we do have some downtime because the there just isn't anything for us to take at the moment. So what I'm going to do right now, just give me like a few seconds, guys. I'm going to log into all of my MC4 accounts. I have about 5 accounts, so it's going to take me a little bit of some time, but I should be able to get it in. So don't worry, guys. I'll try to just get this in super quickly. All right, my FTMO account right here. Just so I can send in my screenshot of profits as well. All right, so this account's good. This is my main account. Screenshot. That real quick. My FTMO copier. Man, in my MFF account. The thing I like about the MFF accounts is that the logins are so short and it's like the same password, so it's easy to use. Or not the same password, but it's very similar. So this is the first one. More. Still nothing on the chart, guys. There's looks like there's a V1 double body, but there's no pending momentum in that direction. So if you guys are wondering, so this is a pending V, it's a V1 technically, but there's no pending momentum in the direction. So no entry off that. Talon, you said back to open. I'm definitely not taking back to open for a buy. If it was a back to open for a sell, then yeah, maybe I'd take it, but definitely not for a buy. The only time I'll take a back to open or something like it is when it's in the direction of or a bias, right? Bias right now is super strong for a sell. So you definitely will not catch me taking any buys today. All right, so let's see. All right. So I got a screenshot of all my profits right here. And I'll post them in the group so that you guys can see. I haven't done that in a long time. I had to log into all of my accounts. All right, so here are my profits right here, guys. Here's my main account. You can see with the green strip. I locked in 1,290. No TFF issues here. Profits are on point. My copier here, I locked in a little less. There's a little bit of some slippage there, but it's okay. The profit was supposed to be 1,000 anyways. So I locked in 990 off the FTMO copier. My MFF locked in 1,200. And my other MFF locked in 1,200. And my third MFF locked in 1,200 as well. So solid profits all around with all of my accounts here. So all right. Oops. All right, cool. Let's post this up over here real quick. Let's see, we have a few more profits here. So we got Mark over here locked in a total of 1,013. Nice work, Mark. Dell over here locked in a total of 900 off this account. Great work, Dell. And then his second account over here locked in a total of 1,785. Nice work, Dell. So great work, guys, across all of your accounts here. So far, Mark said he's only going to focus on 1% a day. Smart move. Very, very smart move, guys. You know, just a reminder, you guys don't have to go for 10% every day. You know, a lot of people don't make 10% in a month. So if you guys can stay focused and just take 1% a day and actually win like how Steven's doing, you know, at the end of the month, your profits are going to add up very, very heavily. So other than that, let me scroll up real quick. Lisa over here is currently up what? 2,832. She made 1,200 off the breakout. Nice work, Lisa. Craig over here said, can anyone tell me if I deviated from the KT strategies? I can see right here where you kind of had like a little waterfall, and then you caught yourself right back from in a K2. So just keep it up, Craig. You're getting close. Well, I mean, it looks like you're really close to passing, and then you kind of went off, and then you're back to it. So just give it some time. Should be good. JJ's other account, he's currently up 2,657. Nice work, JJ. Maddie over here currently up 9,269. Damn, Maddie killed it. So Maddie was just like, saw everyone's profits and was like, nope, I'm leading today. So Maddie's up 9,269 for the day. Yeah, crazy, Maddie. Nice work. Let's see if there's anything else over here. Yeah. Yeah, man, this is his demo account. So this is his actual real one. So Maddie over here on his real one is funded. He's up like 9,000. On his demo, he's up like 11,000. He's just practicing, letting the trades run to full TP. So yeah, crazy. Let me go back to the charts over here. There's nothing to take at the moment, guys. Basically, what we're looking for right now is we're looking for price to retrace to the upside. So price is currently ranging right now, right down the middle. What we're looking for is a retracement to the upside. And then we want to catch as it comes right back down, right? And confirm that it's actually going to keep dropping. Right now, we don't have that. So there's nothing off the 1 minute. There's nothing off the 3 minute, nothing off the 5 minute, and nothing off the 10 minute. Price is too far from the pivots over here. We can't even get a snipe entry available. So there's nothing available right now. So it's kind of why we're just hanging around, waiting for something to come up. You know, you guys can't forget that it is NFP. So today's not the day to take any risky trades. Don't force something that's not there. If you see something that's good and you see something that you want to take, then, you know, go for it. But don't just like make a trade up, right? Don't just take a trade because you think price is going to go, it's going to keep dropping lower, which we do think it's going to drop lower, but you don't want to get caught in the retracement, right? Because it's going to have to retrace, guys. This is way too overextended. You guys can see right here, price was kind of overextended for a bit, retraced slightly, and then came down further, right? The retracement hasn't happened yet. It's going to have to retrace up slightly again. And then if you want to write it back down, then yeah, great. But at the moment, there's nothing like that available. So Rick said, up 1K on all my accounts, going to take a break. Man, that's coming from Rick, guys. So if Rick is going to take a break, I think that means a lot of people should take a break, because Rick's not want to take a break, especially not on NFP. And the volatility is so high. So good idea, Rick. Smart of you. Let me scroll up real quick and see what else I'm missing. All right, yeah, DeAndre said see y'all next week. So yeah, DeAndre, we'll see you then. Congrats on your profits for the day. Let me scroll up a little higher. Lisa said, LOL, I pressed buy before instead of sell earlier. That's why you don't see trade after, that's why you don't trade after a glass of wine on the day before payout. Made it back, but boy, oh boy, yeah, no, definitely. So Lisa just accidentally took a buy earlier. She sent in her profits, but it was an accident, which it happens. Yeah, Charles over here too. He said he FOMO'd into buys, but he still made it back into profit. So Charles over here FOMO'd into a buy. You know what happens, guys. This is why I try to like remind you guys, right? It's all about discipline. You know, we trade in the direction of bias. Charles over here took a FOMO buy, which happens. It's okay, but he made it right back on the next trade right here. So thankfully you made it back, Charles, because this would have screwed up your whole week, right? If you didn't recover it. So made a loss, but he made it right back. So nice work, Charles, with the recovery. But yeah, definitely in the future, just be a bit more disciplined with your entries there. But it's all good. As long as you learn from the mistake. All right, so let me scroll down real quick and see what else I am missing over here. Eunice said, I'm done for the day. See y'all next week. Definitely, Eunice. We'll see you on Monday. Looks like a lot of people here are just calling it a week. If you guys have made good profit today already, and you guys don't want to risk it, taking, you know, anything risky, I mean, feel free to call it a week, guys. You guys don't have to trade every single trade that you guys see, especially on NFP. If today was a regular day, then maybe you can keep pushing. But you can expect to see some manipulation here. The breakout was fine, but all throughout the market, you're probably going to see some unusual spikes in price, typical price manipulation. Other than that, you just want to be very picky with what trade you decide to enter into. Kurt said, if you see a 10-minute daily, no, I won't be taking it because we don't take the daily on Fridays, Kurt. So if I do see a daily here, I'm 100% not going to take it. You probably won't even get a daily here because in order to get a sell signal, you have to get a green signal, right? And it doesn't look like a green signal is coming up anytime soon. Because you can see right here, like at this point when price is dropping, a green signal didn't come up for let's see. It didn't come up for a good 9 hours. So I'm not really expecting a breakout, or not a breakout, a daily entry to come in for a sell today. But either so, we wouldn't take, we wouldn't take the daily on a Friday because we never do. It goes against setup here. And I did see your question. So there is no Sunday breakout strategy. Kurt, not sure where you saw that from. I don't think, well, I've never used it because I don't even trade on Sundays. Sunday's like the worst day to trade because the market's opening from the weekend. So I don't even recommend you do trade on Sunday, but there's definitely not a breakout on Sunday that we've taken. I've never taken a breakout on Sunday. I don't even take trades on Sunday. So I did see your question on Telegram. So other than that, let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Let me scroll up real quick. Yeah, no, exactly. Kurt said the banks are going to screw everyone. Yeah, no, I can see that. That's why I'm being careful, because I'm expecting, some unusual price movements here. But I mean, technically, price is still ranging at the moment. Other than that, yeah. Kip said, "Who are you and what have you done with Rick?" Risky Rick. Craig said, for the high-low scalp, is there a determined amount of candles when it finally breaks and closes that is no longer valid? No, Craig. There is not really, because, well, I mean, technically, well, so if you have like a low there, it becomes an area of liquidity, right? So when price does break below, it just becomes a new area of liquidity. So when price does finally break below that, typically it'll have a bigger push, in that direction. So there's no like time where you're like, okay, this is too long for it to pass. But one thing that you want to keep in mind is that you typically don't want to be trading into another session, right? So say if you have one marked up here during New York, and say you get it during London, like 12 hours later, like say today wasn't Friday and you get it like 12 hours later, you probably don't want to take that trade because the bias has changed at that moment, right? The bias is probably no longer the same bias that it was previously, and it might be neutral. So just something to keep in mind. But no, there's no specific requirement saying that, you can't take a high low if it's so far out, but because I've seen them work. Like, don't get me wrong, I've seen them where they hit it like this right here, right? If I was to draw a line right here, this came up like pre-market, and then it finally broke right here into like basically it started in London, and then it actually happened in New York. So if you took that there, you would have hit your TP. So, I mean, it's something you can play around if you want to test it, but it's not something that I've tested. So I can't really give you a straight answer, whether it's accurate or not, but there's no hardline rule saying you can't do it. So other than that, let's see. Nice. Yeah, Kip said another 10-minute snipe off sessions, but not off pivots, another 500 pips. Patricia said, thank you, Sean. I need to get off so I don't trade. Oh, yeah, no, it's probably a good idea for you, Patricia. You've killed it this week. So you have a great weekend as well, Patricia. I don't know if you sent me some more profits, but your profits for this week are pretty heavy. I know, like, well, today, yesterday, you locked in like 12K yesterday. So all good. And yeah, Patricia over here locked in 3,500. So probably a good idea to just call it a day. Vincent said, hit my goal even with a big loss. So Vincent over here had a big loss initially. He made it right back, and then he made a profit of 2,161. Great work, Vincent. See Jesus over here. So Jesus is the other member here in K2 who just passed his challenge. He let them both hit full TP, locked in a total of 731 for the day. That's passing. So nice work, Jesus. I'll save that. And then JJ over here currently up 3,399. Nice work, JJ. All right, cool. I think that's it for right now so far. See, got a question here from Ed. Ed said, "Do you know how to change this lot size for the trading thing?" Open up. Let me see. Click one click. Trading, a box will come up. Let's TP there. Yeah. So here's the retracement that we were looking for, guys. So we have the retracement signal right here. You can see it hit liquidity, and now it's pushing up higher, right? Hit liquidity right there, now it's pushing up higher. What might happen is at this point is price might push up to these sessions right here, and then it might just bounce right off it. If it doesn't bounce off it, it'll hit liquidity again right there and just push up higher, and then maybe bounce off this right here, the opening price. Yeah, no, man, I just saw your question. All right, I saw your message, 100%. Yeah, no problem, Craig. Rick said, so excited. I've got a new computer coming tomorrow and I can get rid of this Commodore 64. Pretty sure a lot of people don't even know what that is, Rick. Man, Rick, you're ancient, bro. It's messing with you. Kip said, Sean, I told Steven to send this to you. Full account profits, straight wins. I show off and brag about him. Yeah, no, definitely. Where's Steven at? I don't think he sent it to me yet. He's probably over there enjoying his vacation in India. Yeah, he hasn't sent me it yet, but he sent me his metrics here. I thought this was it. I clicked on it, but it doesn't work. I think that was his old metrics. But definitely great work by Steven there. Yeah, so there goes another drop right there, guys. The price came up and then it's coming right back down. Unfortunately, there's no entry here. There's no V3, V2, V whatever. Would have been nice to catch one right here. However, it's fine. If we get another one down here, then it's cool too. Peter said, Rick, did you also upgrade your internet from Babylon? Did you get off that AOL? Yeah, Rick said, yeah, Peter, you bought a phone cable from Radio Shack. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people here don't even know what Radio Shack is either. Or not, maybe some people do, but a lot of younger people. Yeah, Radio Shack. It's crazy how they went out of business. Same with Circuit City. Other than that, let's see. Yeah, Professor said congrats to everyone, all those who passed their challenges. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of people here who passed their challenges today on the live. So JJ over here, currently up 5,716. He's still hopping into these cells. Super risky though. It's risky, but it is in the direction of the bias. So, I mean, sometimes like you can just take sells and they'll just go right into profit because the bias is so strong, right? Retail sentiment is currently, it's currently 68% long. So 68% of retail traders are on the long side. You obviously want to do the opposite of everybody. So if you're taking a sell, you're pretty on the money. Also looking over here at the fundamentals, I mean, they're super red. So I don't expect it to come up like heavily anytime soon. Refreshing the heat map over here. pretty much everything is red. Procter and Gamble here is up less than a point. So, I mean, yeah, it's going to come back down probably. Looking over here at Coca-Cola, same thing, less than a point. McDonald's is, where's McDonald's at? McDonald's is up 1.8. So I think McDonald's is overhauling US30 right now. It's the only stock that's actually green. So, but it's not even up that much. Yeah, McDonald's is up 1.43 points, which is like barely anything. Everything else is like less than a point, but everything else is very red. So I'm definitely not looking for buys here. And I definitely don't recommend people take it back to open, at least not right now. Yeah, CT said he's pretty sure he leaves within 6 minutes of open. Yeah, no, I agree. Steven, basically what he does is he'll take the breakout with us or whatever opening trade, and then he'll just go on with his day. You know, if you guys are having trouble with consistency, that's something that you guys might want to try. Just take a breakout and then just go on with your day, whether it's a win or a loss. Take your breakout, reach your profit target, and then just let it be. Because like, you know, just going back to Steven's trades here, like I know we talk about Steven a lot, but this is a huge accomplishment for Steven. If you guys have been part of K2 for a while, you know, Steven used to message me so much. I even have it muted here, but looking over here, he made 1,107 yesterday. The day before that, he made 1,045. Before that, he made 1,462. He's just taking the breakout trade. Again, right here, 1,442. He has all wins literally for the past week or 2 weeks, 1,890. Again, over here, 1,045, 1,085, 25th, 1,395. He has literally no losses. Oh yeah, so he started his challenge here on the 24th. Every day he's locked in more than 1,000. And now he's currently up 110,239, and he's passed this challenge with no losses, just straight wins from only taking the breakout entries. That's this type of consistency that you guys need, because if you guys can do that, like here, guys, I'll do the math for you guys. Like it's very simple. Like we trade 5 days 5 days a week, right? So you make 1,000 a day. You trade with us 5 days. You only take a breakout. That's 5 days. That's 5,000 a week, right? You trade for 4 weeks in a month. That's 20,000 in profit. You trade with me every month for 12 months, you know, for a whole year. You've locked in 240,000 in just taking one trade. And then once you have multiple accounts like me, right? I have 5 accounts. Think about this times 5. It's a lot of money right there. So, you know, it just goes to show that if you guys are consistent and you guys really look for quality trades, you know, things add up, guys. It adds up pretty heavily. And it's possible for everyone. I mean, if Steven did it, guys, you guys can do it. There's no reason for anybody else not to. But yeah, definitely. Other than that, there's nothing for us to take at the moment. Nothing off the 1 minute, nothing off the 3 minute, nothing off the 5, and nothing off the 10. So like, for example, here, guys, I'm not inclined to take anything crazy because I showed you guys my profits for today, right? So for me, I just took the breakout. If you add up my profits here for the breakout, just one trade, and it's not even the full breakout. This should have been like 5,000 if I took the full move, but I took it for 100 pips only because of the riskiness of the trade. So 1,290, 990, 1,200. Another account right here, 1,200. And another account right here, 1,200. So say, for example, if I did this every single day, right? I just took one trade, the breakout, that's it. But I have 5 accounts. So if I do that and I do this daily times 5 days a week, because we trade Monday through Friday, that's a week. You know, you do it 4 weeks in a month, it's a month, right? You do 12 months in a year. I'm showing you guys the possibilities here of like what's possible if you guys can, you know, stay consistent with even just one trade a day. One trade a day, multiple accounts, it adds up. So yeah, just, you know, food for thought right there. So other than that, Patricia said, hey, don't make fun of AOL. I still have an AOL. I have one too. It's crazy. It's like my junk email. I don't use it, but I do have it like connected to my other emails of like thousands and thousands of emails in there. Yeah, I know. CT mentioned Fry's. I can't believe Fry's closed. That was one of the best places to go to for, I mean, for anything electronic. Yeah, no, definitely Maddie. Maddie's the time for him to stack another 200, trying to get to where you're at by the end of the year. Definitely, Maddie. And I'm sure you will. Rick said, I'm trading scared on my funded accounts. Need to stop. Smart move. Kip said that Steven's trading life is better and more stress-free than most of any of us. Yeah, no, definitely. I agree too. Scroll over here real quick. Peter said, closed mouths don't get fed. Steven probably asked 3,677 questions, but look at him now. Yeah, I know Steven would ask me a lot of questions. That's why I had to mute him. Because like my inbox would be blown up like all day. But you guys can see, he bugged me enough to get to where he is now, and here he is, killing it every day. Marlon said, does Steven already have an FTMO account? No, he doesn't. He's on his challenge because if you guys remember, Steven was like, he was really nervous about doing the challenge. So he was just doing a bunch of trial accounts, and he just kept passing them. He passed them like, I think 5 or 6 times. And then he finally did the real one. And he just kept doing what he was doing on the challenge, on the trial accounts. And then now he passed with no losses. Like he literally just did the same thing he was doing during all the trials. And now he'll probably be funded by like next week if he keeps it up, because he just needs to make half profit now. B said, I wonder how he dodged the loss yesterday. I think he just listened to my analysis, because if you guys watched the live session from yesterday, I didn't take the breakout either, guys. I mentioned that it was risky, and he listened, and that's why he dodged the loss, right? Because he did what he was supposed to do. He listened. I'm pretty sure you didn't listen. He's jokingly, I'm pretty sure you didn't listen, and that's probably why you took the loss. Because Steven listens. Like if I tell him it's risky and I'm not going to take it and it's against the bias, he listens and he doesn't take the trade. I'm pretty sure you probably didn't listen and took the trade anyways, and that's why you ended up having the loss. But it happens, losses happen, guys. You guys have to, you take enough losses and you start listening to me. That's typically what happened with a lot of people. So yeah, I know Kip said you always forget that some months have 5 weeks. There are 52 weeks in a year. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, and I agree with you 100%, Kip. I was just trying to be conservative, right? Because like Kip said that there's more days in the week. So like technically, like I was saying here, if you try to add up Steven's accounts, right? Or like he does 1,000 a day, right? So 1,000 a day times 5 days in a week. And then there's 52 weeks in a year. So you multiply by 52, he's actually making a lot more profit. So the addition that I did earlier, the markup was a conservative markup, but technically, yeah, you can make a lot more, especially if you trade with me every single day. And I never miss a day. It doesn't matter if I'm on vacation or what. I don't miss a day unless the market is off. So other than that, let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Hey, Barack, welcome back. B said, that's what I'm saying, Peter. How come he didn't? Oh, must be psychic. Angela said, let me start bugging Sean. Definitely his spidey sense. Yeah, so B said, but you said the same exact thing today. So the difference with today is I told you guys I was going to take the trade because, no, so the same thing did happen today because I told you guys that today there was a bias, right? Yesterday there wasn't a bias. They're risky, but there's a big difference. There was a bias today. There wasn't a bias yesterday. So yesterday I said there's no bias, so I'm definitely not taking the trade. Today I said there's a bias, so I'm going to take it for a partial profit. So big difference there, B. So just because it's risky doesn't mean I'm not going to take the trade. I literally said I was going to take it today. So I think we just got confused. If you want to go back and watch the live session from yesterday, I think you'll see there's a huge difference between yesterday's trade and today's trade. But that's that's the main reason, right? Yesterday I said I wasn't taking it. Today I said I was. So other than that, let me see what else I'm missing over here. Yeah, Slurm said sentiment was in the 50s yesterday. Exactly. So that's the main thing. There was no bias there. If you go back, so here, I'll explain to you the difference between yesterday. So yesterday, the breakout happened. I went over the requirements here. We had an entry in the direction, in one direction. And I said specifically, confirm the bias. There's no bias, so I'm not taking the trade. Today, the difference was the bias was in our direction. So if we get a sell, I'm going to take it. If we get a buy, I'm definitely not taking it. So yeah, maybe just go back and rewatch that video, because there's a huge difference in analysis from today and yesterday. But other than that, there's still no entries available, guys. If you guys have questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. There's nothing here off the 1 minute. There's nothing here off the 3 minute, nothing off the 5 minute, and also nothing here off the 10 minute either. There's no V3s here, but we do have a pending signal coming. So if we do get a high with a green candle, we can probably maybe catch, you know, V1, V2, V3, whatever. But the problem with this here is that it's right at the sessions, and also this right here wouldn't have applied because it's right at the opening price. So other than that, I'm just hanging out, guys. It's 7:21 right now. If you guys have questions, you know, feel free to put whatever questions you have, you know, in the chat. If you're still confused, just, you know, let me know what you're confused about the breakout, because the breakouts today were different. It was different from today and yesterday. The reason why we have a confirmation of the bias was because sentiment was super obvious here, right? 68% long. And the fundamentals here are bearish. So if the retail sentiment is telling us to take a sell, and the fundamentals are telling us to take a sell, and the heat map's pretty red, and you know so the breakout happened over here, price is below the pivots, trend meter is red, you know, it just aligns with everything. The thing with yesterday, there was no bias. So other than that, I just don't see anything else for us to really look at right now. If you guys have anything you want me to cover, just drop in the chat. If we don't see anything come up anytime soon, guys, I'm probably just going to sit out the market. I'm pretty content with what I did today. So let's see. Yeah, Craig's done for the day as well. Craig's done for the day, locked in a total of 1,135. So great work right there, Craig. Yeah, Jay over here is living on the wild side. He took the move back to open. He pulled a page out of the Rick back to open strategy, locked in a total of 1,595. Nice work, Jay. Risky, but nice work. Other than that, I think that is about it right now. Let's see. Kurt said he smacked living shit at TP. 60% were long. Dow was down, and he took the full move. So Kurt over here actually took that big move earlier. That big move that happened earlier. So he locked in a huge profit, full TP of 1,500 pips off that drop right there. So nice work, Kurt. I just saw your messages right now. Kurt said, do you know what Steven's amount of pips he uses for the TP stop loss? So Steven typically goes for the full move, but if he doesn't feel comfortable about the entry, he'll pull out early, Kurt. So he goes for the full 500 pips, but his goal each day is $1,000. So if you look at his profits here, they're not always the same because he doesn't set a TP. Like you can see there's no TP here that's set. He just takes the trade, and then some days he'll make 1,100. Some days he'll make 1,045. He never hits his TP. He just closes that out manually. But he does have his TP set up in case it does go, you know, in either direction. The day before that, he made 1,400. He doesn't necessarily let it run. So right here, sometimes he'll double dip into a trade. Or he'll have an accident and he'll come back, you know, in the proper direction. He'll take like an accidental wrong trade. But you can see here, sometimes he'll take 2 trades. He'll get really close to his 1,000 profit, but he'll have his TP set, but he doesn't actually let it hit TP. He'll just close it when it gets to that point. So right here, he got close to his 1,000. He was like, oh crap, I got to re-enter this trade. So he re-entered, and then he made another 895 here because he was off by like $5. He probably could have just sat out the day, but he knows his goal, and his goal is 1,000 a day. So he doesn't necessarily have a TP. You can see here, he never has a green strip. There's never a TP that's hit. But that's not something that I recommend you guys do unless it works for you, right? It works for Steven, so he can do it, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for everybody. So I mean, if you guys got butterfingers and you guys are scared and you guys get sweaty and you guys get nervous and stressed, then don't do what Steven's doing, because you're going to get greedy and you're not going to close out when you're supposed to. That happens with a lot of people, right? That's why you have to set a TP sometimes, because some people get, they just get nervous and they don't, or they get greedy and they don't pull out when they're supposed to. Sure, no problem, Kurt. Rick said, for the record, there's no more RBTOs. Rick, back to opens. You gotta add an R to that, Rick. It's only once a day. So yeah, here's the back to open that Rick was just referring to. This isn't like a official strategy, guys. Just one that it's a pattern that we see happen all the time, right? Price comes down and then it goes back to open, which is right here. Only happens once. Rick said he yelled at Charles to take it. So almost there. Well, I mean, it's already there, but price is, we're still waiting for it to come back down. Eventually, I do see it coming back down. What's happening here is that I see price might start to range around this area, which is the opening price, right? This is basically where I see price ranging, and then it's probably going to choose a direction from here, which I think it's going to come back down. So price is currently ranging along this area right here, opening price. And I personally expect it to come back down at some point. The main reason for that is because there's already been a correction, right? This is the correction that we were looking for. The reason why I think it's still going to drop is because sentiment is still super high. Sentiment is 68%. Fundamentals are 270 points in the red. Heat map over here is pretty red. I mean, we're looking over here real quick at the actual stock index. So the stock index, United Health is up 3 points, Apple's up 2 points, Advent's up 1 point. There's a couple of stocks here that are turning green, but I think they're just going to stay flat and then maybe come back down. I mean, who knows? It is NFP, so anything can really happen here. It doesn't really matter. Our analysis can go straight out the window. Other than that, Rick said you don't think it'll go to the Asia high? Maybe. So you have a good point there, Rick. For me personally, I think price is just going to range between this area. I don't think it's going to go any much higher. If it does go much higher, then yeah. So say if price breaks above news price right here, right? If price does break and close above it, then yeah, I think it'll come up and test the Asia high. It'll go up and knock out the rest of the liquidity, right? Because we have liquidity sitting right here. It'll just knock out liquidity, knock out this liquidity, and then it'll come right back down. It'll do basically what happened right here. It'll come up, just tap it, and then come right back down. Marco said, gonna call it a week. See you guys on Monday. Definitely, Marco. We'll see you then. You know, just a reminder, guys, if you guys don't need a trade today, just sit out the market. If you guys want to hang out with us, feel free. But maybe close down your MT4 so that you guys don't like FOMO into a trade, because I can already see that happening. There was actually a V3 right here, guys, but it wasn't one that I would take because it's right at opening price. So as you guys can see right here, there was a V3. Which is technically still running, but I wouldn't take it because it's at opening price right here. Whenever price gets near this, it's, you know, it's an area of high manipulation. So like red flags over here. When no void trades, near sessions, near opening price, near news price, if the candle prior is too big. So not that I don't think this will hit TP, it's just that I find it to be very risky, right? These are considered very risky trades. But it was a V3 right there. So if you guys are not familiar with the V3 strategy, it's pretty simple. We confirm the overall bias, which is bearish. We confirm the high right here. We confirm that the high is a green candle. Obviously, it's a red candle, pending momentum signal, and you enter right there. So yeah, this right here would have hit full TP for 620 pips. Another win right there off another K2 strategy. So guys, just a reminder, if you guys are not familiar with the K2 strategies and you guys want to learn like all of these strategies that we're applying, because Kip here is just pretty much he's listing all the entries that are coming in, right? There's a lot of entries that are coming in. Or if you guys are part of you guys have access to the K2 strategies. I'll show you here because I've uploaded brand new videos. So let me go over here real quick. Okay, so here's the K2. Sorry, my nose is all congested right now. Here's the K2 website. If you guys have access to the K2 strategies, just scroll down and everything is here. So if you guys want to learn everything that we're doing, you scroll down right here, K2 Trades overall bias overview. If you guys want to learn how to identify the overall bias, how we did here, how we know to take only sells, it's right there on the course. So you scroll down, it's right here. It explains the overall bias, explains all of the indicators here. If you want to learn the breakout strategy that we just did, pretty much where everyone made all those profits, it's right here, pretty detailed. It's short video, like 2 or 3 minutes. So you can literally watch it and then start applying the strategy yourself. If you go over here to the scalping strategies, everything we've applied right here, everything we talked about this morning has been explained here in detail. The K2 US30 1-minute high-low scalp. Craig asked about that earlier. This is detailed here specifically. The K2 US30 1-minute pivot scalp strategy. That's the one that Kip mentioned over here, right? Right there, full TP off that one. If you guys want to learn the variation V1, the one that we marked up down, it was somewhere over here. It was like right here, right? Or something like that. There was a V1 somewhere over here. If you want to learn that, it's right there. The V1, the V2, the V3, the snipe, the same one that Kip mentioned earlier here on the 10-minute. There was a snipe entry that came up like right over here. Full TP off that as well, right? So there's a ton of resources here, guys. If you guys want to learn these strategies, or if you guys just want me to go over it with you live, you can just pop the question in the Zoom and I'll do it for you guys live. I try to make things as simple as possible and as easy as possible for you guys to get these strategies down. But you guys got to put in the work. You guys actually have to learn it so that you guys don't miss entries like this. Like myself, I missed the entry here, but it's one that I would have skipped because of the fact that it doesn't fit my criteria here for quality trades. So like, if you guys are new here, you guys probably are not familiar with how I trade. I only take trades that I'm like 100% sure are going to hit. So I have such a high win rate on these live sessions because I don't give you guys bad trades. I literally only take the stuff that I'm like 100% sure is going to hit. But yeah, no, great work with you guys here. Looks like Rami here, he entered it for a few pips and then he pulled out. So he made some profit off that. Charles as well. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else here. Looks like there's more profits here. Patrick said took only one trade today, done and done. So he took one trade today, locked in a total profit of 2,098. Nice work, Patrick. We got some more profits over here as well. We have Anelli. Nice. So for his metrics today, he's almost done. So big congrats to Anelli over here. He took one. This is his first trading day on this account. For today's profit, he's currently at 4,012. So he's almost at passing his challenge. He just needs 1,000 more and then he's done. And then you'll just finish off the rest of those training days. So that was yesterday's for Anelli. Nice work. And then this is today's. He passed. So great work, Anelli. I just noticed that you sent this was yesterday's and then this was today. So now he's passed it and he's done. Pretty much finished with that challenge right there. So another member here. So there's about 4 people who passed their challenges today. Nelly, Rami, Jesus, and Steven, 4 people. So great work, guys. Charles over here is his profits. He locked in a total of 531 off this account, 495 off this account, 173 off this account. And here's his totals for the month so far. So, if we were to add up Charles's totals for the week. So for the week, he locked in 5,358 plus 5,545 plus 2,874. So Charles, across 3 of his accounts, he's currently up 13,777. for the week. Total across all of his accounts for their lifetime, 1,315 plus 8,792 plus 8,108. So he's currently up almost 30K across all of his accounts. So, I mean, once you get that payout, yeah, it's gonna be a huge payout, 30K right there. So nice work, Charles. Yeah, no, definitely. Nice. Charles said payouts today, man. Charles, what you can do? Go buy a car or something? So that's a pretty big payout. So when you get to payout, this is going to be reset back to 0. And we'll be back again for another one for next week. So nice work. Yeah. And just FYI, Charles is Maddie's brother. So you guys see Charles is killing it. You see Maddie's killing it. It goes full circle here. Yeah, Maddie said whole family eating. Definitely. Got you. Okay, so Charles says middle account is in verification though, so almost done. Yeah, almost there, Charles. You just need maybe one more big trade, about 1,100 or 1,200, and you should be good. All right, so nice work, Charles. Glad to see you're eating, bro. Killing it. Other than that, let's see. CT said Fed's probably going to feed this back up into this large volume area. Looks like didn't play out CT, unfortunately, but no, I do see your analysis there. CT sent this over, and then it actually did the opposite. It just came all the way back down from that point. This is why we have a bias, right? So CT is kind of like identifying where price might bounce from, but we still have a sell bias. So if you have a sell bias here, you're taking sells, you have no problem because price is coming back down, right? You don't fall for this trap here. Imagine if you guys fell for this trap. Imagine if you guys weren't in the K2 room and then you're like, all right, I'm going to catch this because you think it's going to come back up. I mean, I would have been sick if you guys were in K2 and took this trade here, because I literally was telling everybody not to take any buys, because look what happens next. We're only looking for sells, because the bias doesn't, the bias is king, guys. Literally people like to talk about how trend is king. I think bias is king, in my opinion, because the trend could be going up here. The trend will just end, but we know that bias is a sell. So when price comes up and bias turns, to the sell side, we know exactly where it's going to go. We're not falling for these little traps here to follow, whatever trend reversal and whatnot. Exactly right, Maddie. I agree. And that's why a lot of people just end up not doing well in trading, because they learn these, and not to say that the trend is a bad concept to follow. It's that the trend is weaker than the bias. You should have the bias and then look at the trend, not trend then bias. You should be bias first. So looks good. Anything else here? Kenny said, so all you have to do, I mean, it depends on your account, Kenny. I mean, I'm on a 200K account, so 5K is not going to cut it for me. You need 20K to pass. It just depends on the account type you're doing, Kenny. If you're doing a smaller account, I mean, you're familiar with the accounts, right, Kenny? I'm pretty sure you are. So if you go to FTMO, let me just scroll down. 5K is not going to be it's 10% for the challenge and 5% for the, so I mean, it depends on what account you're doing, Ken. If you're doing a 10K, you only need 1,000. You only need 5,000. If you're doing a 25K, you need 2,500. If you're doing 5K or 50K, then yes, you need 5K. So I mean, it depends on your lots, on your account size. Yeah, it's definitely not 5K on a 200K account, Kenny. Not that easy. If that was the case, I'd be passing it every week, or I could pass it within a day if I ran a full breakout. It's 10% or 5%. 10% for the challenge, 5% for the verification. If you're trying to look at 10% of a 200K account times 10%, it's 20K. Yeah, that's all good. You just got a little confused there because you looked at someone else's profit goal, but it's definitely not 5K. That'd be nice, right? If it was just 5K. So other than that, yeah, Barack said, I'm thinking of calling it now. I only needed to take an official trade called entry to do as I'm in session of recovery on my funded in yesterday's drawdown. Yeah, no, smart move, Brock. If you guys are trying to dig yourself out of a hole, today's not the day to take risky trades. Today's the day to call it a day if you're already in profit. So got it 740 right now. I still don't see anything on the chart. Unfortunately, if we do get a V3 here, it's not going to be a valid V3 because we don't have a pending signal, unless we do get a pending signal. So now that we do have it, we could technically get a variation entry. However, price is right at the New York low right here. So the problem with this is if we try to take a sell, price can just bounce off it, right? And that's definitely something that we don't want to be locked into. Going to the 3-minute over here, there was technically a V3 that was running, but it was just too risky of a trade because it was so high. You can see how huge this candle was, but there was a V3 right there that would have hit TP for a full 1,400 pips. Going over to the 5, there's nothing here. That 3-minute V3 came up like super quick. Actually, didn't even hit full TP yet. However, it's not one that I would necessarily take because it's such a huge candle. Yeah, so this V3 is still running on the 3-minute. I don't recommend anyone enter it because it's right at the sessions. And that's exactly why I wouldn't have taken it in the first place, because entry closed right here, and then it was like right above the sessions, like 200 pips. Not worth the risk. Nothing off the 5-minute, nothing off the 10-minute. We have a pending V3 over here off the 1, not one that I plan on taking because it's right at the sessions again, unfortunately, but I'll follow it. So as you can see right here, it's right at the sessions. This is technically a valid entry. However, it's not one that I would take because it falls under the red flags. Red flag number 1, price near sessions, when to avoid trades. So I'm not even thinking about taking it, but we'll follow it to see where it goes. And then after this, I think this will probably be the last trade we look at. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. Otherwise, I'm probably going to just sit out the market for the rest of the day. So right here, price closed right at the sessions. So this is 100% one that I would not take because you can see where it's bouncing off. Too risky of a move, right? What I'll do here is I will mark it up. However, it's not one that I recommend anyone take. It's just going to be for show to see if it does hit, because it doesn't necessarily mean I don't think it's going to hit. But what could happen here is if it bounces off the sessions, it can come hit a stop loss first, and then it'll come right back down, hit your TP, right? So yeah, Rami actually took it for a quick 100 pips. So nice work, Rami. Good thing that you pulled out of it because it's pushing up now. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend taking it, Brock. It's too risky. The sessions, this is like one of the biggest red flags. It's the reason why I put this as number 1. I think the sessions is more risky than opening price and news price. It's like, it's almost guaranteed to bounce off it, X amount. So I don't recommend you take it, Brock. You can see here it's pushing up. I'm gonna delete this because I don't want people to think we're in this position for people who are just joining the room. But just as I mentioned right there was a V3, one that I wouldn't take because it's right at the sessions. Yeah, no, smart move, Brock. No need to force it, especially if you have a funded account. There's no need to force any trades because you don't have a time limit. You can always bounce back from it, at any moment. Smart. Yeah, Kip said 3-minute V3 was too big and close to sessions, but did get 1,000 pips off it. He was constantly moving his stop loss in profit, which is definitely a smart move there. Rami said, thanks, Tro. I done it off his TFF, so he couldn't give a shit about the stop loss. So, just as I was mentioning right here, price did retrace up and then now it's coming back down. But you can see where price is having trouble breaking, closing, right? Still having trouble getting below this this New York low. So not one that I'd recommend taking. But all right, guys, it's 7:45 right now. I haven't got any questions, in the last couple the last 30 minutes or so. And Brock, check this out. So this is exactly why you didn't want to take the trade. So it bounced right off the sessions. And look where it went. I wouldn't be surprised if it bounces off the opening price and then, makes its way back down. But we'll see. Yeah, it wasn't worth it with the risk, Brock. And I'm glad that you listened to me and you didn't take the trade. Lisa said, call me wild, but I love trading off the sessions. You know what I've noticed? Well, not one that I'd recommend people do is the bounces off the sessions, right? I was kind of playing around with it with my TFF because I already knew it. Like, I was like, whatever, I'm gonna blow this account anyways. Because their slippage is so dumb. Actually didn't even work on TFF because the spread was too wide and the slippage is too wide. But if you like measure it, like 100 pips, you can literally catch like 100 pip spikes. Like price comes down, bounces off the sessions, 100 pips, right? If you look anywhere, like price will bounce off at like 100 pips. Like you just trade in the direction of momentum, right? So like say, for example, you have a sell momentum, price goes below opening price, comes up, bounces off it, 100 pips. Comes below it, bounces off it, 100 pips. Comes back above it, 100 pips, right? This is not something that I recommend you guys do. I've done this before in the past. I made a lot of profit off this, but it's very risky because what happens is you guys get too excited. And I'm sure this happens to everybody. You get overexcited and you just start taking every single trade. You don't even care what hits, what doesn't. You just take every single entry that you see and you end up going to some massive drawdown. But it's there's a lot of ways. If you guys have the K2 indicators and you guys trade them enough, you guys will see there's a lot of patterns here that play out. Like for example, what I was just saying again right here, right? We have a momentum signal. Price comes below the news price, comes up, retests, 100 pips. Comes back below, retest, 100 pips. Comes back below, retest, 100 pips. Comes back over here, test it, 100 pips, 100 pips, 100 pips. That's like 500 pips right there within a short period of time. So yeah, I mean something to think about. Brock said, Lisa, do you also love pepper? Lisa said, I love liquidity zone sessions or blocks for my life. And Brock said, do you also love pepper? Lisa's dog's name's Pepper. Oh, that's funny. What a coincidence. I can see why your dog's name is Pepper. That's pretty cool that you travel around with your dog, Lisa. I mean, if I was to travel as much as you do, I'd be traveling with my dogs as well. But I'm always worried to take them on a plane. Other than that, I think this might be it. Let me see if there's anything else here. Yeah, I know, right? She's living the life out there in Bali. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Lisa said she's over to Germany next month. That's cool. Yeah, your dog must be like really really calm. I could take my golden dog. I don't know where he's at. Kai. You guys have seen Kai. So if you guys are not familiar, K2 stands for Kodi Kai. It's my dog's names. It's K2 because 2 Ks, Kodi and Kai. Cody's my brown one. He's the one that's really loud. Kai's the more chill one. So he could probably go flying, but Kodi for sure cannot go flying. He barks at everything. Nice. Yeah, Lisa said, yeah, I'm YOLOing a trip somewhere in the world in 2 weeks. Have no idea where. I just close your eyes and point on the map and find a spot, Lisa. I mean, it wouldn't matter. You could trade from wherever you're at. That's the good thing about trading. Like last week, I traveled to Chicago on a Thursday and I still traded with you guys live on Friday. It doesn't matter where you guys are. You guys can still trade, wherever you guys are located. If you guys just want a vacation every month, that's what a lot of people do. Let's see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. I think that's about it, guys. All right, guys. So it's about to be 8 o'clock right now. So I think that's it for our session. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat, the Telegram chat, and or email me. Otherwise, I think everyone's done for the day. So have a great weekend, guys. See if there's anything else here that I'm missing. I think there's a couple more profits. Andreas over here, he took another trade, hit his full TP, 227 off this account. And then Patrick said, okay, maybe he wasn't done. He locked in a total of 5,266. Looks like a lot of guys here took the variation that happened earlier. Yeah, and Patrick took another one actually. He said even numbers definitely sign a walk away. So he locked in a total of 8,000 for the day. 3 trades to full TP, basically 3 scalps. Really nice move right there, Patrick. And here is Rami. Rami said, my wife just passed her second 10K TFF at work trading on the YouTube. Nice. So Rami's wife is actually trading with us, but she's on the YouTube, so it's a bit delayed, but she still took it and she passed her challenge. So amazing work right there, guys. And so we got like about 6 people who got funded. Rami got funded, or not funded. He passed his challenge, or he did get funded. His wife passed her challenge. We have Steven who passed his challenge. We have Jesus who passed his challenge. And we have one other person. I keep forgetting who it is, but about 5 or 6 people who passed today. So big congrats to everybody. Lisa over here, she said she tried to get to 4K. She got real close. She got 3,947. So great work right there, Lisa. Yeah, Lisa said, KT members are the worst employees. So yeah, like while everyone's at work, they're trading during our live session. So definitely great work right there. Valentine over here as well, locked in a total of 13,331. Nice work, Valentine. Glad to hear from you too. It's been a while. Other than that, I think that might be about it. Maddie over here, currently up 21K off this account. Yeah, it's crazy. Full TPs off all of them too. So nice work right there, Maddie. But other than that, guys, I think that's it. So unless you guys have any questions, I will see you guys here on Monday. Have a great weekend. Be safe. If you guys don't need a trade, don't forget, it's still NFP, guys. Just because you get off this live session doesn't mean to go and trade and blow all your accounts from this week, right? Because I've seen a lot of people do that. You know, if you guys are good with your profits for the week, just call it a day and come back on Monday. So other than that, I will see you guys here on Market Open Monday, and have a great rest of your weekend, guys.